Hello, it's Markham Matorsh here from Markham 3D, and today we're going to be creating this dock. Now we're going back to basics with Blender. So for all those new people to the Blender world, welcome. Let's get you started on this journey. Now I've set it up so my left click is my selection tool because I figure most new people will be using that. If you don't understand, no worries. Let's carry on. So let's start off by creating the base of the dock. What I'm going to do is press Tab to go into edit mode. I'm going to press S to scale and bring that mouse in, and left click to put it into place. What I want to do now is scale probably along the Y axis because we want to make it look a little bit thinner. So S to scale, Y. There we go. And now we want to make the length of the dock. So I'm going to press S to scale, X, and then it scales only along the X axis. So maybe that seems like a good size. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Shift D to duplicate, and then press right click to snap it back into place where it was. From here, I want to move it off to the side. So I'm going to press G to move along the Y axis. And now it's going to move over sideways. So probably about there. That seems like a good distance. If we wanted to snap to the grid, I'm just going to undo that. I can press G, Y to move. I can hold the control key and it'll snap to the grids. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into object mode because I want to leave this base here. I don't want to touch this again. So I'm going to press Tab to go back into object mode. Now to add a new mesh, I go Shift A, we select mesh, and let's just say I want to add in another cube. From here, I can move the viewport around by clicking and holding middle mouse. So what we're now going to make is the planks that go on top of our dock. So from here, I'm going to press Tab to go into edit mode. I'm going to press S to scale and Z to go along the Z axis. And it all depends how thick we want it to go. Maybe something like that. Let's press now S to scale along the X axis. So maybe something like that. From here, I'm going to press numpad 7 to go into top view. I'm going to press G and I'm going to move it to the start of the dock. So I'm going to move the mouse there. And what I'm going to do now is hold control and it's going to snap to the grid like we spoke about before. And I'll roughly get into the middle. I think that's about the middle there. Let's now scale on the Y axis, just so it's kind of sitting on top like so. Now I want to move it to on top of the plank. So let's press G and then Z. So we're moving up the Z axis. And now if I want to be more delicate with my movement, I can hold Shift and it will move at smaller increments. So let's just have it sitting on top. I can use the mouse wheel to scroll in. Let's see. Let's go a little bit further down. So G, Z, down. So that seems like it's intersecting now, probably about there. That to me looks pretty good. What I could do now to make all the planks is I could just Shift D and duplicate it, but we're going to be using an array modifier. So let's now go ahead and add the array. So I'm going to click on the little spanner here for the modifiers, add a modifier, and we're going to click array. Now in between these planks, obviously they're not always going to be lined up directly touching. So what we can do is increase the offset. And now we've got that little gap in between our planks. Over here on the count, we can expand that all the way to the edge of the dock. There we go. And if we have a look, we can see that our dock is just a little bit too short, so we can go ahead and move that afterwards. Now, when we're looking at this, we know that the pieces of wood are never going to be straight. So they're always going to be kind of warped or, a little bit funky looking. So what we can actually do is I'm going to put some edge loops in here so we can manipulate each plank individually a little bit later. So I'm going to press Control R. I'm not going to click left mouse click or right mouse click. I'm going to use the mouse wheel to scroll up to add more cuts. So probably about there seems like enough. And I can move it left and right if I want to position it. But if I want to snap it back into the middle, I just press right click. Now I'm going to do the same on the sides here. So I'm going to use Control R to add in an edge loop. Use the mouse wheel. There we go. Left click, and then I can move side to side, but I'm going to right click to snap it back into position. So now we have this. Before we apply the array modifier, how about we put some bolts in here, just so it's kind of got that little bit more aesthetics. So I'm going to press tab to go back into edit mode. I want the cursor to be roughly somewhere along here so we can put some bolts. And the way I do that is I can come up here and use the cursor button, and then I put it there. And now what's going to happen when I go Shift A to add in a new mesh, so Shift A, we're going to add in, we could probably add in a circle. Let's come down into add circle down here in the bottom left. Number of vertices, I'm only going to make it about 8. We don't need that big of a surface area. Back in the main window, I'm going to press S to scale, and we're going to bring them all in. And so these are some pretty big bolts. So let's scroll that in some more. I'm going to press E to extrude, so you can see that we've now extruding those faces, but we've got full control of where it goes. I don't want that. I just want them to go straight up. So I'm going to press Z, and there we go. So now it's gone straight up. I'm only going to go up a little bit. From here, I'm going to press E to extrude again, but right click to snap it back into position. Let's press S to scale and bring that in. I'm going to press numpad 7 to go into top view, and let's kind of just move over there and scroll in. So we want to close this off now. So I'm going to go back up into selection tool. Let's left click on that vertice and shift left click to select another vertice. What I'm going to do now is create an edge here. So I'm going to press F, and because we normally want either triangles or squares, or triangles or quadrilaterals, so there's always 4 sides. At the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. But if I were to split this here, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I can do now is right click and subdivide. And now that's given us an extra vertex in here. So if I come in and shift left click on these 4 and press F, that creates a face. And we can come around again and select these 4, F, hold shift, and we select these 4, F, and we do it again, F. And so now if we have a look, we can see that this is what we've got. From here, let's just grab this outer edge. I want to press G and Z, and let's just move it down. There we go. So now it kind of looks like bolts are put into place. So I want to select this whole area again. What I can do is press Control L, and what this will do is it will select everything that is linked to whatever's been selected. So if I were to select this vertex on this plank and then press Control L, it would select the whole plank. Let's go back into the bolt, Control L. I want to Shift D to duplicate, move it along the X-axis. So I'm going to move it along the X-axis and we'll plop it in place probably about there. Now let's grab both of these. So I'm going to Shift left click on the other bolt, Control L to select everything that's linked. And then we're going to move it over to that side. So I'm going to press Shift D and then press Y to move it along the Y-axis to about there. And let's now have a look. So this is what our planks look like. That's not too bad. Now it comes time, let's put some deformation into these planks. So from here in object mode, I'm going to select apply. If you are in edit mode, so if I go to Z, Control Z, if I'm in edit mode and try to apply, I'll get an error down the bottom. So let's go tab to go back into object mode, apply. And now we'll see that we can now manipulate every plank under its own accord. So for instance, if I want to select this edge, I can Alt left click and that selects that whole edge. I can go G, Y, G, X and move it in. And we'll do the same, maybe on this one over here, G to the X. Maybe we can select these vertices here, G to the Z. Let's maybe pick these ones up here, G to the Z. And we can see that now we've given that plank some warpage. We can see the faces though, and if we want to get rid of that, what we can do is select everything with A. I'm going to press spacebar to search, or you might have F3 to search. If you're on a laptop, maybe try pressing FN F3. And I'm just going to type in smooth. And we're going to go shade smooth. And now you can see that everything's a lot smoother. But everything is smooth. It's not exactly what we want. We can come over here into the object data, normals, auto smooth. And there we go. So the surface here is all smoothed out, but anything greater than 30 degrees will become hard. So we've got hard edges here. So let's do one more plank. So I'm gonna press tab to go into edit mode. Let's maybe come up here into the top left and I can select faces and we'll grab these and just kind of, just have a bit of a play. Now, because I moved this face down, let's select that bolt, Control L, G, Z, and we'll move that down. Maybe that one there. And we'll just kind of start moving these around a little bit. And then we can now see that, the planks are starting to look a lot better compared to these ones where they're very uniform. Now we're starting to get a little bit of a rustic type. So what we can do now is we can cheat. We've made 2, but rather than going through and doing all of them, I can maybe select 1 or 2. So I'm going to shift left click and select some planks, Control L, and then I'm going to delete these. Let's now maybe grab these 2 planks, Control L, Shift D to duplicate, and then X, and we can move it along. I can select this one, for instance, rotate. So I can press R to rotate on the Z axis, 180 degrees. So now we've kind of flipped that all around. We will do the same here, Control L, Shift D, X to move it on the X axis, rotate Z 180. So that's a way of kind of speeding up your workflow so you don't have to do everything. And obviously now these planks look fairly unique. Obviously this one here matches this one, but from here you wouldn't really notice. So I'm going to quickly just fix up the rest and then we'll carry on. So I'm just going to quickly So there we go, that's looking pretty good. Now let's come back and fix up the length down here. So I'm going to select our braces down the bottom, tab to go into edit mode. Now I'm currently in face view, but I can change from vertices by going 1. I can go to edges by pressing 2, so edges, or I can go to face by 3. So select the end face and select the end face. Let's go G, X, and I'll hold shift, kind of go slowly. There we go. So that's looking pretty cool. I'm fairly happy with that. But let's say we want some posts at the end of the dock. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the origin back in the center here. So I'm going to go Shift S, cursor to world origin. There we go. Let's now go Shift A to add in a new mesh, cylinder. And I might not give it so much geometry, so many edges. So I might just bump it down to maybe 16. And let's go tab into edit mode. I'm going to press 7 to go into top view, and G to move. Okay, let's scale that in, so probably a post maybe like that. And to save work, I'm just going to move it probably about to here-ish, so we're not worrying about this plank, we only have to worry about this plank here. And I'm going to move it just over a smidgen. Actually, we might move it over a little bit more like so. I'm going to come in here a little bit, and we can see that kind of the way the circle is, because we made it so low poly, we can see faces. I'm going to press R to rotate, and now this bottom beam here kind of only intersects these 3 faces here that we need to worry about. So from here, I'm going to come down into the bottom, select this, and just go G to the Z, and we'll just pull that down a smidgen. Now we can go even a little bit more. Go to your heart's desire. Now I want to do a cutout of this stump so that this piece of wood would actually sit in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Control R to add in our edge loop, and left click, and we're going to move it up. And this time I'm going to press left click to put it in place. That's looking good. We need to do it up top. So Control R, left click, and we'll go in like so. Now there's several ways we could probably cut this. I could come in and select these 3 faces, E to extrude, and then I can scale on the Y axis 0, so they're flat, and then go G, Y, and bring that in so it's nice and kind of flush, like so. And then what we can do is grab everything here, Control L, G, Y, and bring that all in like so. Yeah, we might just go like that. I think that'll work there. Now we want to do it on the other side as well. So let's go Shift D, Y to duplicate, and then move along the Y axis. Now, because our piece is over here, I'm going to press R to rotate, Z 180 degrees. So we've rotated that 180 degrees by R, Z for the Z axis, 180 degrees. And then from here we can go G, Y, and just kind of move that into a spot. Lovely. That's looking pretty good. However, now we've got to fix up these planks. So I'm going to press Tab to go into object mode. Let's select our planks. Tab to go back into edit mode. I'm going to grab our nut there, Control L to select everything that's linked, G, Y. So we're moving it along the Y axis. I'm just going to move it over a bit, and we'll do the same over here. Select it, Control L, G, Y. Let's move it over. Now I want to move this face here. Well, actually probably maybe all three of these faces. So I'm going to go into wireframe by pressing Z, and I'm going to left click on the edge and shift left click, shift left click. Let's go Z and back into solid. G, Y to move it on the Y axis. And I'm going to kind of just move it maybe about like that. And I want to deselect this face. So shift left click to deselect that one. G, Y. So maybe something like that. So it actually matches in there. So the pylon actually sits in there. Let's do it on the other side. Z, wireframe. And we're going to grab these three edges. Z, solid. Let's go G, Y. So something like that. Z into wireframe. Let's shift left click to deselect that. Z, solid. G, Y. There we go. Tab into object mode. And there we have it. Let's do our shade smooth trick on these pylons. So I'm going to select this, space, and we've already got shade smooth there. So let's press that. Back over into our object data, normals, auto smooth. If we really wanted to, we could put a bevel along the edge there so it's not so harsh. So what we can do is press left click on the top face, shift left click. To make a bevel, we can Control B to do a bevel. Now tab into object mode, and there we go. We have made a dock. So far you've learned how to add meshes, and that's with Control A. You've learned how to move meshes by pressing G, and then if you want to move it along the X or the Y axis, you press X or Y or Z. You've learned how to extrude by pressing the E key. You'll learn how to do edge loops by pressing Control R. And then if you would like to add more cuts, it is the mouse wheel. You have learnt to use the array modifier. You've already started learning several tips and tricks to get you started on your Blender journey. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and keeps up to date with my content.